crafty friends and doll lovers. I am back today and I want to talk to you about something called UFOs. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that fly through the air. I'm talking about the ones that live in your craft room, or maybe in a closet or under a bed, somewhere out of sight, and out of sight is out of mind. I'm talking about unfinished objects. Now, the name of this channel is Melody's Crafty Life, and I talk a lot about my dolls. You can see my dollhouse in the background, which I think is my first love, probably. Nah, I'll take that back. My first love is sewing, and then I love knitting. And I like paper crafts and quilting and all sorts of things. I've done all sorts of crafts in my lifetime. But I think I've stumbled across my passion, and that is collecting the dolls and crafting for my dolls. Well, I was doing a little rearranging in my craft room and came across some items that I started probably years ago. And I had to make a decision. Either I was going to get rid of it or I was going to finish it. So I wanted to share with you some of my unfinished objects. I'm going to, for the purposes of this video, I will say an unfinished object will be anything that you started on 3 months or more ago. And so I have some things that are at least 3 months old, but a lot of them are older than 3 months. So I don't know. I'm a type of person, my crafting style is, I have several different projects going at one time, and sometimes I lose interest. Sometimes I put them somewhere and forget about them. So, what about you? Do you have unfinished objects lurking in your craft room or somewhere in a closet or under a bed? I am going to challenge myself to finish these objects. And I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking I'm going to set a deadline. Maybe I'll choose a project and set a deadline to finish it. And basically, if it is not done, it's gone. Now, I have gone through some of my projects. I've gone through my projects and I've gotten rid of the ones that I really had no further interest in. So the ones that I'm about to show you are the ones that I really, really want to do for whatever reason, but I haven't done it because I found other things that caught my attention or got my excitement going. So anyway, I have several projects that I want to finish. I'm going to show you my can't talk. I'm going to show you my unfinished projects that are not doll related, and then I'm going to show you all of the doll projects that are in progress, but for whatever reason they stalled. So here goes. Let's see. Okay. In this bag here is are the pieces to this bag called the Everything in Its Place bag. It is actually a bag that I am making to keep all of my sewing tools and things that if I were to go to a sewing class, I'd want to have with me. But I'm also going to use it to store some things. I have odds and ends around. I'm talking seam rippers, extra tape measures, just anything that could be sewing related that I may end up wanting to take to a class. So I'm going to show you. You probably won't really get the gist of what this bag looks like. I was trying to find a picture to print out. And since I don't have anybody's permission to actually use their picture, I decided I'm just going to show you. And if I can, I will link the class in the show notes. So if you're interested in going to, it's a class I purchased from Craftsy, I don't know, probably a year or two at least ago. But there you could make bags, organizer bags. So let me see, best way to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you. It's designed to be a book. Think of a book. Okay, so this is the fabric, and actually when I was cutting it out, I should have cut it so that the sewing machines would go this way. But if you can visualize like a booklet, so this is one of the I think this is actually one of the, I think this is one of the interior pockets. But let me show you. It's going to be kind of a mess. So the bag has, here we go. I'll show you this one. This is one of the pages. I'm going to call them pages for lack of a better term. So I haven't sewn anything down, but if you see here, what you're looking at are vinyl zippered pockets. So basically when I'm done, I'll have several vinyl pockets that zip open and closed to store sewing tools. So I have a bunch of these where I just have to attach the zippers and then sew everything to the bag so that I can have a finished bag. So this is one of the interior pockets, and it has a little mesh pocket. I guess I can slide maybe patterns or things in. And then the other cover on the inside has a zippered mesh compartment. I was really rolling on this class and really enjoying it. And I think what got me was sewing the zippers to vinyl. Ugh, not fun. But anyway, I'm going to set a goal to get this bag finished, because once I get this bag finished, it will be so great because I have a basket of things that I basically been gathering that I want to store. So if I finish this project, then I will be able to store those items. So this, if it gives you an idea, this is the handle, and this is ultimately going to go around the pocket, around the bag or the storage container. And then I'll be able to zip it and unzip it. I know this probably makes no sense what I'm talking about, so I am going to try to link the class in the show notes. Craftsy it now is called Blueprint. So I will find the class. I will link it in the show notes so that you can maybe go and take a look at the preview for the class and actually see what this bag is the finished bag is supposed to look like. So that is one project. This bag contains pieces to another bag. I love bags. I kind of call myself a bag lady because I love them. I collect them. I have to watch myself, because if I come across a bag or a fabric that I really like, I usually have the bag, and then you end up with all these bags. And so that's this one here. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is the fabric. And if you look here, it's a little pocket on the front. But I basically have the front and the back. They look the same. The lining is this. And let me see. This is not the best print. I think it's starting to fade over time, but that is what the bag is supposed to look like when it's finished. Again, this is the Craftsy course. I think the class is called Sew Better Bags, the Weekend Duffle. And I will try to also link that in the show notes. I made this bag, and then I started making the bag, and then I got stumped. Guess what stumped me? Zipper. Me and zippers, I'm just going to have to make myself just keep working on them until I get really, really comfortable with them. I don't avoid them, but sometimes I get frustrated with them if I can't get them the seam sewn straight. And this one actually I had sewn in. I didn't like it, so I took it out, and that's kind of where I left it. So that is the second bag that I really hope to get done. Let's see. Oh, okay. And then this is the very first quilt I've ever made. And I knew nothing about quilting. I believe I went on the internet and found a pattern, a free pattern to follow. I think this is called the fence or picket rail or something. If you are a quilter and you're watching this and you know what that pattern is called, please let me know in the comments below. But anyway, it's not big enough. I guess it would be considered like a lap quilt, but I kind of want to finish it because it's my first time experimenting with finding fabrics. I knew nothing about picking fabrics, and even though I ended up with something that I really, really like. The back of it is this green fabric. So I ended up paying to have the local quilt shop do the stippling. I don't know if you can see that. So this quilt has probably been unfinished for at least 10 years. I mean, long time. Only thing I have to do is cut the binding out and attach the binding. That's it. That's not hard. I just haven't done it. So this is a project. I want to keep this. Actually, I was debating giving it away, and my daughter saw it, and she's like, "No, Mom, you can't do that. This is your first quilt, and it's so pretty." So she talked me into keeping it, and I'm glad she did, because I guess there's some sentimental value attached to it, because it is the first quilt I've ever attempted. So that's that. Okay, these next items are doll patterns. I've actually cut out. I just have not sewn them. So these are, actually that doesn't qualify as a UFO because I just cut that out. Trying to find things that have been cut out for a while. Okay. So this is, let me take that out. Hopefully you can see that better. This is a pattern available on the Pixie Fair website. It's a Liberty Jean pattern, and it's the button-up shirt. And I actually cut it out. I found a shirt at the thrift store that I really liked, and I actually used this fabric as a lining for a coat that I made for one of my Girl for All Time dolls. Anyway, I liked it so much that I thought it would make a very nice, this is the sleeve, by the way, would make a very nice button-up shirt for a boy doll. So I cut it out. I cut out the boy fit. In this particular pattern, you have the regular fit, and you also have a boy fit. So it's a straighter, I guess it's a straighter, less tapered fit. But anyway, all the pieces have been cut out. I just need to sew them. So that is a project that has, I think this one's at least 3 months. It's been cut out at least 3 months, for 3 months. So I want to get that finished, or started and finished. And then this one is another Liberty Jane It's the button-up shirt again. This one is for a Corito kid, and I actually have this Corito kid doll. I love her. But I found this shirt. Let's see if I can find it. Uh-oh, pieces falling all over the place. I found this shirt at a thrift store, and I had planned to make the shirt for my Corito kid doll, and I also found some fabric, this kind of reddish color. It was a tank top. I was going to recycle it and make a tank top and a pair of jeans. So that was my idea for an outfit. But instead, sorry, I just dropped everything on the floor. Instead, I have this. So again, this is a pattern that I want to finish. So I'm going to set a goal to get it done. Maybe I'll work on both shirt patterns at the same time. Because I think they're basically the same pattern. It's just that one is for the Corito kid and one is for the 18-inch American Girl doll. This one was available. It was a free Friday pattern when Liberty Pixie Fair used to do the free Friday patterns. I'm not sure if this one. What is this? This is April. Yeah. This is at least 3 months old. I cut that out in this kind of like denim. It's I like both sides of it. I've made something out of that side and also out of this side, but I really like this side, so I'm gonna make a hat. Make this fedora. What the problem I have is I don't have a lining fabric yet, so I need to find a fabric, maybe in my fabric stash, that I can use as a lining, but this should be pretty quick. I just have to find the fabric to line the hat with. Another Pixie Fair. Actually, I'm sorry. This is a Noodle Clothing. I love her patterns. I've done some pattern testing for her. I really love her patterns. If you have not ever used one of her patterns, check her out. She has an Etsy shop by the same name, Noodle Clothing, and everything goes together well. Instructions are very clear. I actually feel like I'm testing the pattern for her, but she basically has everything worked out. I mean, it's great. But anyway, I actually have gotten this far. Okay, so this is pretty much, I guess, more than halfway done. Problem I had, I didn't have a zipper. I need a separating zipper. I ordered one, but didn't like how it looked. I could not find one. I ordered one from a company that sells doll size notions, but they did not have a gray separating. I wanted a metal separating zipper. I did not find one, so I'm kind of stumped on that until I can find a zipper. I probably just need to take it to the fabric store and see what I can find to use. If you have a source where I can find separating zippers that are more to scale for a doll, even if I have to cut down a regular zipper, please leave the resource. If you can link if you have a link to a resource where I can purchase. I'm looking for a kind of like a slate gray, but I want metal zipper teeth, and I think the problem I've run into is I can't find the metal zipper teeth. So anyway, that's that. This one almost done. I have to find the zipper, and then I have to put the zipper in. So that will be done. And I was actually making this one for my Our Generation Girl doll, the boy named Tyler, which if you look back, if you go to my channel, you'll see actually the room that I made for him in December's Dollhouse that's behind me. Let's see. this, oops, I keep dropping stuff. Sorry. This is another noodle clothing pattern. This was actually the garment I made on the for the test. I cut out the hood but never made the hood, and I've sewn the lining and the hood and the hood and the lining. I just need to finish it, put the grommets in, and then attach it with snaps to the back. But I love this pattern, and this pattern is designed to fit a Girl for All Time doll. I think I saw where she actually released the same pattern for the 18-inch American Girl dolls. It's called I think it's pronounced Azorian Anorak or Anorak. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But anyway, this is the pattern. It's another noodle clothing pattern. And I was on Etsy this weekend, and I did see where she has also released a pattern size to fit the 18-inch American Girl doll. So this one shouldn't take long. I just have to sit down and do it. And then I cut out another jacket. I was trying to find is this the right side? Okay, in this fabric. So I want to make another jacket. The same jacket, different fabric. I have it cut out. I just haven't sewn it. So this was a quick and easy sew. Something else caught my eye. I jokingly say I'm like squirrel or ooh shiny, and it takes me somewhere else. And I don't get back to it. I'm looking to see what else I got in here that qualifies as a unfinished object because it's been around for at least 3 months, and it would be this capri pattern by Liberty Jane. It's designed to fit the BFC ink doll. I have several of them. I love them. I cut out and started sewing. Can you see that? Just never, let me see. Okay, there you go. Just never finished it. I really have got to stop. I have got to force myself to not start a project until I finish a project, because otherwise I end up with bags of UFOs. So that is all that I am going to share. Like I said, I'm planning to set a goal to get these things finished. I have no idea which one I'm going to start with. I don't know if I'm going to start with the oldest and work myself to the more recent, or if I just need to make myself start with the one that is, I'm going to say, the most intimidating. And I guess that would be, it would be between this sewing bag that I'm making, the everything in its place bag, and the weekend duffel. I don't know. Or maybe to feel like I've accomplished something, maybe I should start with something simple like the quilt, because all I have to do is cut out the binding and attach it. So anyway, if you have a suggestion, what do you think I should start with? Leave it in the comments below. If you have a bunch of unfinished objects in your stash or somewhere in your home, please share with me. Let me know I'm not the only one out there that has a whole bunch of unfinished projects, sewing projects. So anyway, that is the video. I will try to come back as I finish things. I will try to share what I finished. So kind of keep you updated. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, remember to comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.